friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm in my journal and I'm just going to do like a washi pen kind of spread. And we're going to do it for the 19th to the 25th. And I'm hoping everyone will enjoy it. So let's see. This came to me because I'm thinking to myself, what do I want to do? Now, I pulled these two washies. How pretty are they, right? And I'm just going to go. How am I going to do this? You think? You say? I don't know. I always like to just do, like, rip it. So let's try that. I'm going to take this one first and do the ripping and lay it down where I want to go. And I have decided, come on, get off my finger, that I'm going to do the word of the day, but then down here, I'm not going to put a quote. I'm going to leave it for, like my thoughts for the week. Like not, okay, that sounds kind of silly because that's what every day is for, right? Like as a whole, how do I think the week went? How do I perceive to go forward? That kind of thing. Not just my thoughts daily. So this is kind of how I had envisioned it. So I'm going to take this one just here, right? Lay that down. And then take the next one and do it like that, right? I think that looks pretty so far. And then take this pretty floral one and do the exact same thing, but layer it on top, right? So let's see if I can manage that one and that one. Now this one is a bit thicker, so I am going to lay that here, right? Just as a, you know, a little accent kind of thing. I think that looks pretty. I like it. So, yeah, everyone, I'm doing okay. It's overcast here again today, which, you know, if you know fall in Canada at all, you will know that that's kind of what happens. We get a lot of rain at the end, like September-ish into October, you know, just enough, just in time for the, oh, I'm going to go this way. I'm staggering. Just in time for the wicked snowflakes to fall. Yeah, that's what I call them. Actually, what I call them is snowflakes from hell. But I challenge somebody to make snowflakes that have crazy faces in them. There you go. There's a game for you. Let's see. I would love to fill my page with one of those. Not this one in particular, but you know how it rains and you got these cute little water droplets. Yeah, well, I want those little droplets to be, I don't know, like crazy faces. That one just tore way too thin, and that's because my fingers, this tape is actually really good. I don't know where I got it. I know someone's going to ask me, but I have no idea. I have so much washi, my friends. I don't know half the time where I picked it up, unless it's recent. Then I know. But I'm just going to kind of stagger that a little bit so that I get so pretty. Now, I don't know if I want to do the exact same thing on this side, but I think I'm going to. But I think what I'm going to do is this. Like do it, not tear it. But then that's not going to look right. What do you think? Well, we'll soon find out, won't we? That's the way I'm going to go. I'm just going to do that. I love this color. purple and pink. Like it's like a, not really a pink. I don't know. I don't know what color you would call it. It's like a magenta, maybe? Is that what you'd call it? You're probably not getting the full, oh, this is coming off here. Because I need to put that. Now, I think I might just take this and go right along the bottom just to accentuate that. So, yeah. So I thought, okay, well, right. Oops. Should I cut it? I think I have to cut it. And I don't mean cut it in the sense of with scissors. I mean tear it. Right? Because it's just not going to look the same as the other one. But I know this takes so long, and you guys are probably like, okay, it's time for bed. Can you get on with it, please? But, you know, this is what happens when you signed up for Loriedeanplans. You get the quick ones, you get the long ones, you get the crazy ones, you get the, right? That's the way it works. I like it. I love it, actually. So let's just take this a little bit, right? And so what was I saying before I so rudely interrupted myself? You know, Lori, you really got to get a grip. Okay, so what else? I think I'm just going to put this one like straight down here, and then I'm writing in, right? Okay, so far I like it, right? Okay, now the next thing I picked up in the haul were these pens, and I'm thinking that one of these pens, which most likely this one, yeah, I think this one, I am going to do like half circle, right? So I can write my word of the day. Maybe this one or this one. What do you think? Well, Lori, it's just a half circle, so get a grip, right? Okay, so I'm just going to line it up because there's lines there. So that way my circle doesn't look, okay. Let's just see. Oh, this is so nerve-wracking. Here, let me, I need to make sure that this pen works. Right? Let's just try it. Oh, it's a marker. I think I already figured that out. Oh my God, I'm having deja vu. Deja vu. Deja vu. Okay, so this is happening. Ready? Like it or not. Anyway, that's what's going to happen. Oh, I meant to do it up here. Jeez Louise, Lori. Now I have to do a smaller one up here because I think that was too big. Oh man. I just sounded like Dora the Explorer. Oh man. Right? And then I'm going to do the exact same size here. Maybe this one. I like this idea. I don't know. Do you guys like it? It's a bit different, right? Take it up a notch just so that my tape doesn't get marked up. And then this side, which maybe I'll do this one right here. Right down at the bottom. How's that? Like that. And then same thing over here. So what do you think? I don't know if I like it, to be honest. A part of me likes it because it's something different for me. But then another part of me is like, God, I wish they were pens. I don't know why I got markers. What did it say? Broad tip. Like it just, oh, felt tip pen. Oh, yeah, I neglected to read that. Regardless, that is it. So there is my spread. That was pretty quick, right? Let's get it back on the discs. right? Let's see. Yeah, so I hope everybody is doing okay. I think I just said that, right? So let's just do that. Stop repeating yourself, for gosh sakes. Anyway, that's that, and the big reveal. Oh, that's going to be so pretty to write in, except I got some marker there. Anyway, and I'm just going to write, usually I would put a quote in there, but I think I'm going to just write in there the synopsis of the week and the feelings I was having like throughout the week. I think that's a good idea. I thought of that last night. Okay, so next thing is you ready for it? Fact of the day. Now, this one is a crock, a real big crock, I think. But you be the judge. Ready? Fun fact, wasps attack when drunk. Okay, sure. It says if you notice that wasps seem to be a bit more aggressive in late summer, it's not because you're outside more often. They're trying to soak up the sun. Lord. You're outside more often trying to soak up the sun before fall. Worker wasps have a single job, to supply their queen with nectar. And when they're stored up, they have nothing to do. So, what do? They get buzzed on fermented fruit. They feast on fruit that's fallen off the trees, and in their drunken stupor, think it's a good idea to attack something much bigger than they are. Okay, I am sorry, but that is all kinds of bull roar, I think. What's that movie? I call bullshit on that one. That I don't think that is true. What do you guys think? I might do a little investigation on that because I have a hard time believing that. Anyway, fun fact, take it as you will. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow in the next video. Bye.